The next work I'm going to show is called Weird Second Order Loops. That was actually my MFA thesis. I was going to say that in the introduction, but I just realized I forgot. So for grad school, I went to Los Angeles, to UCLA, where I got my MFA. And that's also where I still live. It's a weird place, but I like it a lot. Anyways, this was my MFA thesis project. And Weird Second Order Loops is a series of intimate computer-generated animation loops that never repeat. Each of the loops is centered around a playful and simple cyclical idea that is a procedural reinterpretation of a long-existing animation cliché, potentiating it ad infinitum. Even though the loops transition seamlessly from one iteration to the next, as expected from a traditional animation loop, each iteration displays a unique instantiation of the underlying core idea. It is computer-generated in real time, allowing an experience that is close to life. Every iteration of the loop will be the last one, not of its kind, but of its individuality and circumstance. The series consists of 3 different works, or I guess projections. The first one is called Regurgitating, which you see here, and it tells the story of a seed that lands on a planet from out of space and then grows a flower, and that flower eventually shoots another seed into space that lands on a new planet that's going to be different, and basically that's where it repeats. The second one is called Penetrating. It's like an infinite fly through cartoon mouth that are gaping, which is kind of like the cliche zoom shot on like a screaming mouth in like cinematography. And at the end of each mouth, there's basically going to be like a new mouth that's going to do the same thing. The last one is called Munching, and it's these bird-like creatures that are chewing on something and then eventually get eaten by a bigger bird, or I don't know if it's birds, but a bigger creature, and that happens over and over again. So every bird eats a bird or a creature and then gets eaten by a bigger one. Let me find that video. I just made a short cut of them. And just maybe one last sentence about the presentation. So the projections are fairly small scale. They're projected on the side of cinder blocks, so the projections are maybe like this big, and they're positioned on the floor. And I kind of just wanted to find like a presentation in the gallery that has like a more juvenile positioning or forces the viewer into a more juvenile position to watch it.